Oh, you're funny. You're so amazing. You guys, I didn't turn the mute off. Okay, Angelique, thank you for trying. I really appreciate that you made it. Okay, bye. So you guys, there was no volume. I love it. You guys, we just have to keep it super real, okay? That's how we roll. See, this is why I wouldn't make videos ahead and edit them, because it would take too much to edit this kind of stuff, you guys. So, oh man, I'm watching myself answer the phone. I'm like, I'm so happy. So Angelique called you guys. Okay, so live from the Hive is in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. I'm Christine Bertram coming to you. Oh man. Okay. So, all right. So if you guys can read lips, you probably did really good with that. And if you can't read lips like me, you probably had no idea what I was talking about. But oh man, it's so good. Guys, this is the stuff dreams are made of, right? Okay. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys, a phone call is always the first way you can get a hold of me. And I often tell this to my mom, that if you call me and I don't answer, it might be because I'm most likely live. If you call me a second time immediately after and I don't answer, and it's something you really, really, really need me for, call me a third time, and then I'll know it's an emergency, right? Okay, so Angelique, two times is a charm for me. Okay, so I'm not going to restart the video for that, you guys. Right? Not worth it. And we caught it within minutes, which is awesome. So I appreciate that. Okay, so fun stuff, you guys. And I wasn't getting through the comments yet. And I'll eventually find where you guys are saying there's no sound. But all good. We're all good. We're all good. So we'll just start over. So hi, Angelique. Yay, there you are. I'm so glad you were watching. My phone had died and I didn't have it plugged in. This one right here, right? And so I was waiting for it to reboot, so I hadn't seen all the comments come in. Hi, Mary Lemke. Hi, Linda. Hi, Sherry Ott. There's Julie Bontringer. Looking forward to class, and I would like to take the January. It's class. I will follow. Perfect. Sounds good. Thank you for following up with an email. Hi, Doris. Hi, Gail Stefan. Yay, Gail. You are the one and the only for roll call for Rose in Canada. So doing that right off the bat. I'm glad you could be with us. Hi, Cindy Rentry. Hi, Susan Bellamy. There's Gwen Nichols. Yay, from Texas. Hi, Deanne Dawn. And there's Suzanne Deppis. Hi, Deb Normand. You would like the fun folds for your order. That works perfectly. I worked on another fun folds today. We got the Hearts of Elegance Sweet Class designed, whoop, whoop, and we finished the last two escape cards. So I need to know from you guys if you want me to take a few moments and share all of that with you before we start class. I know the answer is generally yes, but it'll take a few minutes to go through it. Hi, Judy Sharp. Hi, Patty Bright. Hi, Nedra Dover and Debbie Gass. There's Hope Toy. Hi, Jean Shute and Jean Turtwilliger. Mary Carls from Jericho. Almost ready for our Christmas party on Saturday. I love it. We have, well, I should say I have, for the last 14 years of my life, always hosted a party the Saturday before Thanksgiving at my house for friends and family. It's called Friendsmas these days. My other friends host Friendsgiving, and I host Friendsmas. And I'm so happy I didn't have my phone on silent, Angelique. I will put it there now, though. This is the first year that we called off Friendsmas. We're actually going to go hang out with our friends at a different house, but with the remodel and the house is a disaster, and with designing hardcore for this week and not wanting to focus on hosting a party, we're not having Friendsmas. So we rescheduled it for the weekend before Valentine's Day, and I need your guys' help. I need to come up with a name for this party. And it can't be Galentine's Day because it's not all gals, right? So I have had a couple friends say Galentine's Day. I'm like, well, my guy friends wouldn't appreciate being called gals, right? I'm like, they're not gals, right? They're guys. So guys-entine, because guys is a universally slang word for everybody, but guys-entine doesn't sound so good. But help me out. Does anybody have a clever name for a friends party like Friendsgiving and Friendsmas? What could we call it for Valentine's Day? So anyways, hello, Gwen Goda. So sad to say we're not having the party, but I'm very relieved that I'm not having it, and we're pushing it out to February. All right. Hi, Sherry Martin. Hi, Mary Novak. There's Donna Grushki. There's Faye Godby. Hi, Elaine Rebeck and Polly Libby. Polly, I still owe you the fun folds, or the folds my goal after the live tonight is to go focus in my computer. I haven't been in my computer for a couple days because we've designed about 10 cards, maybe 12 cards since Monday. And you can't do, it's hard to be in a computer and designing at the same time. It doesn't really work that way. So I need to get back into my computer tonight after class, and I'll work on the swap totals for the escape for everybody. Hi, Sue Booth can't hear me. And here they come in. No sound, no sound, no sound, no sound. I love it, you guys. Thank you so much. I had to hit the little microphone button. So what I do before I go live is I hit the microphone button, because if I make noises, all of that stuff, you hear it through the microphone, even when it says live in the Hive. So that's why I have that. So I'm glad. I would have eventually found my comments and I would have seen that. She does look so cute talking and smiling. Thanks, Yvette. I really appreciate that. You guys, at least you can laugh with me, right? Not at me. Hi, Karen Wetstein. Hi, Shelly Cooper. Hi, Kathy Showalter. There's Sarah Marison and Vanessa Ritter. Yay. Whoop, whoop. All right, lots of you guys are here. Thank you for sharing. Hi, Jean Shoot. You've been busy. Please show us. Yay, I can. I love it. Hi, Cindy Bassett. I hope you're recovering really well from your surgery a couple weeks ago. Whoop, whoop. Friendsmas. Oh, right. That makes absolute good sense, Gwen Nichols. Friendsmas. Okay, I love it. And then my girlfriend said to me, we usually do a white elephant, and we bring really truly white elephant gifts to the party. And I had the perfect one. Yeah, I had the perfect gift for my white elephant, but my friend Mandy said we should do an exchange of gifts, but like revolving around love. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe we can do a white elephant still in February. I don't see why not. So yeah. All right. So I will show you guys cards. Well, I'm now leaning to do the showcase on Saturday. I have tomorrow, I get to design 3 more cards for the monthly class. So 3 cards for the monthly, and I have 1 left for the fun folds. Okay, yay. So we're down to 4. I can pull off 4 cards tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I can. I'm like confidence level of 95% on that. And then I will schedule the showcase for Saturday. And I will do it sometime that I need to wrap up by 2 o'clock. Okay, so that's on my radar now in case anybody's wanting to watch. And again, if you cannot match or watch while I'm live, you can always catch the replay. But as soon as I can get through my designing tomorrow, I'll set a day and a time for certain, either Saturday or Sunday, but leaning towards Saturday now. Okay, super excited. I will drop down the camera, show you what I have. So this is a sneaky peek of what the showcase is going to really truly reveal. All right, and water mom kitten. Oh man, hi baby cakes. Mom. Okay, you guys are gonna have to help me because Honey doesn't know how to turn off the water. So when you guys don't see her there, I'll watch for the comments and you can tell me to turn the water off because they have not learned how to shut it off themselves. And yep, Honey loves it. Okay. Oh, cute cat booty in the background. Yep, that's Honey. She's got the smallest one of them all. So, all right, let's flip this out. I'm going to share with you guys a little bit. We had some winners drawn for these 3 cards that were from the Hooray for Surprises of February of earlier this year. I will announce those winners later tonight. So I'm not going to forget that. They'll be over here. And I also want to share with you guys, I have this made. I've been telling a bunch of you that I can't really get you signed up for January through December of 2025 classes until I make my sheets. I don't even have them in a new binder yet, or my new folder. So I got them printed though, you guys. That's for next year. If you can see, that's pretty much what I had for this last year. And that's ready. So I'm gonna get that into a binder. Water is off, you guys. She already left me. I'm gonna get this into a binder and then I'll start getting ready to register you guys for January classes. And then also, as long as I have this here, I've been starting to collect the answers from people, Carmen Sanders, Janice Ormison, Deb Norman, and there's one more here, Connie Moore, and I believe Sandy Coy Emery. I have yours as well. So you guys, that's the word search scavenger hunt that we came up with. So just know that that's out there. Momentarily, we're gonna make these 4 cards. Again, these are the ones that I need to know why. How was it that these cards did not sell out? I don't quite understand. And if you say, well, I want the stamps because I want them to match you, well, maybe that makes sense to me. But I feel like everybody has a bunch of flower stamps that they could not necessarily have to buy Regal Flora to make these cards. So we'll be making these soon. So I'm going to just set them off to the side. All right, So again, this is a sneak peek, you guys. I'm gonna go through these quick. I'm not gonna really talk about them a lot because I just wanna show you what we've got because there's still time to sign up for the Winter Creative Escape. I think I have about 35 spots left. So you can still get signed up and you don't have to have, this is just a sentiment. And then this one, a sentiment and the mushrooms, but you could really just color the punches that you get and make your own mushrooms or put something completely different on the card. And then this one features the memorable blooms. We went monochromatic on that one. This one features, wait for it, the storybook friends. Yep, could not do it. So we used the die cuts and the paper, but we could not bring in the critters for this one. So we featured other products from the suite, but a very, very pretty card. And then this one was the mixed media florals that we pulled out together. That we made this one today. So that one's hot off the press. This was made last night, featuring everyday skies. You see how we did here? We cut out an arch and we used it on that card. So we got to multi-purpose. And then there's a little piece for your envelope flap. All right. Then we made one with the wildflower birthdays. And again, don't think, oh man, I don't need it for a first birthday. You could always put a different sentiment on here and not make it for a first birthday, but we'll get you the die cut. And then here's the Floral Delight card. So 9 cards, not gonna do a 3D project. Normally we either do 8 cards on a 3D project. Well, we made 9 cards. We just went crazy with cards instead. And then we have a shaker with the butterfly. So those are the 9 escape cards. Now, I did announce last week that I did open this up to non-demonstrators recently because I have so many spots left to fill. So anybody can get signed up for it. And Deb Norman is using the 2-tone Flora stamps. That's perfect. That is perfect. Just so you guys remember, this is Let's Just Stamp for next month. And I'm showing these again now because this features the Simply Zinnia set and the Softly Said. And those are both on the last chance list in case you want to get them. The ink paper scissors for next month features the Delightful Floral stamp set. And those are the cards. And very pretty. It'll really help. And I'm just sneak peeking these so you guys can start to figure out what you want already and get that formulated in an email so that you can hit send as soon as the showcase ends. The Otters class is coming up in a couple weeks. It's 2 weeks from tomorrow, actually. We'll be starting to kit these cards up next week, the day after Christmas. On Thursday, we'll be kitting these up along with the fun folds. So Otters, you guys, you don't even need to have the Otter stamp set. All you need are sentiments because we are giving you all the designer paper that are your Otters. Super cool. Now, for today is the suite class. I fall down in my chair all the time. Today is the suite class. And so we're using the Regal Winter Suite of products. Next month is the Hearts of Elegance or Marbled Elegance. Marbled Elegance suite. And so these were just designed this afternoon. Nobody's seen these except for Annette and Diane, who kind of were here. Diane helped design them and Annette was here helping. So we got to kind of collaborate on working on these together. So these are going to be definitely Valentine's Day cards, right? Reds and whites and hearts and gold and all good stuff. This is the suite class. So if you buy this, I don't remember if it's the suite or if you buy something. I think if you go to the end of my schedule, this is the one where it says if you order the Hearts of Elegance bundle, the marble DSP and the heart sequins by January 22nd, you could attend any of the 3 classes. So there's 2 in person and 1 online. And you get an embellishment or ribbon of your choice valued up to $8.50 for free. So this is my promotional class. So you can pick any embellishment or ribbon that's $8.50 or less. And so, ready for it? Oh man, here they come. So I just was like, how many do I plan for? You guys are really throwing me off. Last year, I should say earlier in the year when we did the Be Mine Valentine class, we made 96 and they sold out before class ended, I believe. You may fussy cut your own paper share for this class. Oh, there you go. All right, there are my stamps. Hang on, let's put those back over here. All right, so here they are. So all you need is love. Get it? Love. L-O-V-E, love. You guys, sentiment. So for those of you that are not in love with the Hearts of Elegance and you still want some Valentine's Day cards, so Annette was saying, I would still do this class because I don't make a lot of Valentine's Day cards, but this would give me 4 beautiful cards to send out. And you could put whatever sentiments you want on them. And so all the embossing, your hearts are cut out, any sentiments are cut out. like the labels, I should say. And then we threw in a book card. We haven't done a book card for a little while. So you definitely got a lot of gold going on with this class, you guys, because there's gold foil that's woven throughout the designer series paper. And the last one is featuring this one. So you got a good use. We used almost all of the dies from the set except for the 3 focal images. And we pulled in a lot of those the heart sequins, and then reds and pinks and whites and gold. So there you go. So this is the suite class for next month, you guys. First to see this right hot off the press. And then I got a little bit of fun folds to share with you before we get started with class. So I've got 3 of the 4 done. And I don't remember. I think I showed these off the last time. I think I showed them off last night. So we've got 1 design with 4 color patterns, 1 design with 3 color patterns, and then there's going to be 2 cards that feature 3 color patterns. Angelique helped me with these. She helped me with inspiring me with some card layouts. And then there's 1 left to do that's going to feature the fruit paper. But for now, this is, so you'll get a fun fold that looks like this. We'd never done one like that. And there'll be 4 different color patterns for you to choose from. And all you need is a sentiment for the inside and the outside, and then a focal image. So that's a cool fun fold. And then the other fun fold is like a flip-flop one here where it flips like that, right? And 3 different patterns, 2 with Melon Mambo and 1 with the Fresh Freesia, and pulling in the toadstools. And the last one that I got done features actually sale-a-bration product. This is one of the things that you can get free with a $50 order starting in January 7th with sale-a-bration. And it is a 6-card kit. And how you're wondering, how did I make this into the fun folds? So I think some of these other ones are a little more complicated. So I went with the easy button on this one. And what I did is I cut it apart and we made it into an easel card. I have to restamp that because I realize it says happy birthday there. So I have to find a long skinny sentiment to put there. But we made the rainbows into an easel card. And so there'll be one with the blue background, one with the melon mambo, and there's one with a lemon lime background. And so you'll get one of them. And I'm adding in ribbon and gems to the kit because that doesn't come in the kit. Yay! So that's what I have for you guys. You guys, this is my whole box here. I brought this down today. This is what we worked on designing basically since like Thursday of last week, maybe Wednesday of last week. We've been, except for the Let's Just Stamp and the ink, paper, scissors, we had that done at the beginning of last week. But this is all that we've designed since Monday of last week. All right, so there's a lot for the month of January, and it's because of the escape. And there's an extra fun folds class, and there's an extra quarterly order-based class. So there's definitely a lot in January. No rest for the weary, you guys. All right, so that's what I've got in case you want to see. Now you know what's coming up. I have the monthly class and 1 more fun fold. So you guys can start to prepare your email if you make a list of all of what you want. And then after the showcase is done, you can hit send, and that'll be perfect. Wanted to say thank you because of you. I'm becoming a purple person, was a blue person all my life. See, that's good. We experience different colors because of different people, right? So I never knew this about Kelly Lamb, but Kelly is not a green fan. And that surprises me. She loves all different colors, but her least favorite is green. And so I told her, don't tell Tyler that, because Tyler's favorite color is green. That's how that goes. All right, you guys. So this card, I was showing you guys the gifts that Laura Sullivan, thanks, Shelly. I was showing you the cards that Laura Sullivan, I was showing you the gifts that Laura Sullivan gave to me yesterday, and I forgot to share with you the card she made. Hi, Becky Schlossnagel. And this is what Laura sent me for my Christmas card. Another skate card. I was telling you guys I got lots of skate cards in the mail, and they're all different and all amazingly beautiful. So that one was from her. And then this one is from Anna Rabadou, sent me a card with the truck on it. I wanted to share that. Glitter, you guys. I got to be careful with the glitter, otherwise that goes everywhere. And then this one is from Sue Deppis. She sent me her Christmas card. She's got the trees along the back and some pretty peacock and gold ribbon. And then she embossed on the inside. You can kind of see that it looks shiny and raised. Very cool. So that was from Sue. And then I have another from Melissa Faust, my friend from Minnesota. She used the reindeer fun here and a little bit of embossing in the background with the timber. And very good. So that's from Melissa Faust. So you guys, I went through a lot of happy mail the last couple times we had live. So I haven't gone through my mail in the last 2 days. So, all right, we're ready. I have these cards here, and Karen Wetstein, if you're watching, you were in class last week. I was supposed to give you these cards. It said, put this one in my kit. I will work with it. So because I forgot to give you this as your card kit for tonight. Hi, hello, Rose. Thank you all for the get well cards. Oh, I'm very happy to hear you're healing slowly. Hi, Leslie Smith. So Karen is one of my cutters. She helps me cut designer series paper. She helps me cut the strips. She will help me cut the size of paper about this size and smaller, the stuff that we don't use on my big cutter. And I'll tell you, your helpers are amazing when they cut something and it's not exactly correct, but they say, well, it doesn't make sense to cut a new one because I can work with this. And so that's exactly what happened with this one. So and my helpers kept this all together here when they kitted. So Karen, I'm not quite sure exactly what's up with this one, but we're going to find out together as a group what we're working with. Hi, Rita. Rita from Virginia. Rita, just know I saw your email today. I didn't reply to emails today, but I did see stuff coming in because I was looking for some things from people. I saw your email, Rita, and you have a Snowy Wonder ink, paper, scissors coming to you. I had 2 left. You got 1, and Janice Worth got the last one. So I do not have any Snowy Wonder IPSs left. I had 6 going into class last night, and they're gone now. But Rita, just know that I will reply to your email. You wanted the fun folds from last night. They're not fun folds, the 2 shaker cards from last night. And so I will reply to your email, I promise, very soon, okay? I just wanted to tell you that I saw it. All right, you guys got a golden ticket from me who took this class. It's called Regal Winter, and it's tonight. And this helps you, if you don't make your cards right away, keep this ticket with you. It'll help you with the name of the class and the date so that you can always go to my website, cardsbychrisb.com, and you can go to, let's say, the calendar of events for tonight. And when you click on it, it'll give you the link for the YouTube video at the top. It'll also give you a picture, high level, of what the cards look like. And it will also help you to look for the tutorial. I email PDF tutorials to the class attendees so that you can open the document when you're ready. And a lot of people download them. I will tell you that this one was not written yet. It's in the works. Jolene, and I emailed everybody who signed up as of this morning. I did email everybody saying that the tutorial hasn't been written yet. A lot of you guys sent back notes saying, no worries, it's all good, we understand. Jolene's had some health issues. She had her migraine and was allergic to the medicine 2 weekends ago, in the hospital for 4 days. Eyes swelled up, not pretty. And then she had kidney stones in the last few days over the weekend, and those aren't pleasant, and it's not good to do things when you're in pain. And so we got a little bit hosed up with the tutorials this past week and a half, and I will say she was able to get Rose's Technique Club class PDF done, I think first, and then she got the IPS last night, and she's working on Regal Winter, and that should button us up for all the tutorials for the month. But just be patient. As soon as I have it, you guys who are signed up for class will be the first to have it, okay? So I'm going to do roll call while I think of it, because I don't want to forget that. And again, Gail Stefan, you are signed up to take this class with Rose in Canada. If anybody in Canada is interested in getting a set of these card kits from Rose, please reach out to her. Her information is in the description of this video, as well as my information is there. I have lots left, you guys. I have enough. What is 80 minus 46? Probably like 35. Plus I have 5. So I probably have 40 left from this class. That's a lot. When you guys see me make these cards, hopefully if you need an order to place and you'd like to get a free class, you could pick this one, or this class you could pay for it for $26, and that includes the shipping, and I would send you the kits. So I know Jolene, if she's watching too, I hope she feels better. We're all praying that she gets back on track, and it's just not fun being sick at all. Totally get it. So I'm going to read off roll call. Those names that I read off are people who registered to get these kits from me, either by placing an order to get the class for free, or they paid for them, or we're buttoning up at the end of the year. I have my class loyalty program, so a bunch of people got this class for free through my class loyalty program. If I didn't reach out to you and you took more than 10 classes this year, I'm working on it. I have an updated list from my bookkeeper, my helper, and she has a whole list for me with up through maybe about a week ago. So I will be reaching out, and we tried to get a lot of people to use their classes in November and December, but there are a few people, and we'll roll that over and you can get your class in January. So I will be reaching out to some of those people, I will be reaching out to those people in the near future, right? Always one thing first, right? So first on the list, we have Laura Sullivan, and then Donna Grushke, Jeannie Parker, Gwen Nichols, Sandy Wicklander, Nedra Dover, Sherry Everett, Vera Anderson, Bridget Rowe, Jill Butzine, Feline Mays, Linda Scott, Debbie Guest, Angelique McClendon, Vicki Rodriguez, Sandy Coy Emery, Debbie Ebersbacher, Rose Garibaldi, Tammy Steckling, Doris Munson, Kathy King, Janice Ormiston, Mary Novak, Karen Woods, Susan Bellamy, Patty Wright, Lori Baxter, Mary Carls, Deb Norman, Leslie McMinn, Sherry Martin, Julie Bontranger, Mary Lemke, Sherry Stewart, Brenda Watson, Linda Rios, Connie Moore, Gwen Petrashek, Kathy Showalter, Kathleen Ketterman, Susie Fenlater, Barb Tyler, Judy Smith, Angela Knutson. Gwen Nichols, this is her first time taking a class with me where I got to say her name out loud. So welcome for our first timer, Gwen Nichols. She doesn't have her kits yet. She signed up last night for this class, so they will be coming soon. But I wanted to say thank you to everybody who I said your name. You help support me and my small business, and I appreciate you getting the kits by placing an order or paying for the class, and for your support this last year if you got the class for free. Truly appreciate it. And I like to call out the names as well to see if I missed anybody, because sometimes that happens where I miss signing up somebody, and if you don't hear your name, it's either because you got an advertisement just as we were saying your name, or I was saying your name, or I didn't put it in here. And so I want to make sure that I get your kits to you if you were signed up for class. The other thing too, I like to call out for this class specifically: Donna Grushke, Angelique McClendon, Vicki Rodriguez, Sandy Coy Emery, Kathy King, Janice Ormiston, Connie Moore, Susie Fentlater, and Judy Smith all bought either the bundle or the suite from me as the registration for class, and they all got a half a pack of the designer series paper, because this is my promotional suite class. So a extra big thanks to them for that, because they bought the bundle. I picked the specific stamp set for this class, and they liked it enough to buy it, and I like to reward people who buy buy the stamp sets for the specific class that I offer. So that's pretty cool. I appreciate that so much. I'm gonna drop this down, you guys, and show you in the catalog what we're working with. Show me what you're working with. Show me what I'm working with. Yay, and Gwen is looking forward to more. I love it. All right, so last night, you guys, we looked at Snowy Scenes. Today, the next page over is Regal Winter. Now, the suite's name is Regal Winter. The stamp set is called Regal Flora. The dies are called Regal Flora. They got smart and named the dies the same thing as the stamp set. That was always so confusing in the past. And so these are what we're going to be working with. We pulled in almost everything for designing, except for where we didn't really pull in these little dotsies and some of the wordsies. And we didn't pull in that die or that little die. But we got to feature this die, and you'll see that later when I pull out that card. This one also features the Regal Flora gems. Now, I'm almost thinking, I don't think we use those gems. And I'll tell you why. Because not all of these gems would have matched all of these cards. So it would have been great if like the blackberry would have went great with this one. The navy would have went with this one. But then when we designed these two, the green and the pink just did not go with this, and the green didn't go with this. So if we would have used these gems, we would have had this many used up, and we would be sitting with all of these left for about 6 packs. And then we'd specifically design a class for these, and we didn't. So what we opted to do was use other gems, like the gold gems here. We used some purple gems that are current. We used iridescent pearls. And then this one, this was the escape card. So you guys, this is the double dipping card. So if you did the autumn creative escape with me, you've already made this card. We ended up using these metallic gems on here, but for the escape, you guys used the blackberry gems. So that's why we didn't specifically pull out those Regal Flora gems for the class itself. And then the ribbon got used in a couple of the cards. I don't remember. We didn't use this in any of the cards. This is that distressed patterns paper. It's really pretty. It just didn't make its way to in any of the cards. And then here's the designer paper. Now, I have a DSP sampler where I can show you what that paper looks like. We make these samplers here. We're just in the process of preparing for the spring mini catalog sampler. I created an annual one, And then this is the holiday mini one. And there are 2 left. If anybody is watching me for the first time and they're like, oh man, I wish I had gotten the sampler. I have 2 of these left. I have 4 left for the online exclusives. But what's nice about this is it shows all the different colors. So if you don't save the back of that white backing or the sticker from the paper, this all helps you coordinate your colors. And so when we did the share a recipe, create a card, inspire others yesterday, Judy was giving me a hard time. She's like, you should have pulled out your sampler, because if you pull out your sampler, it helps you figure out what colors. Like I could have pulled this out and been like, oh, these are the colors, instead of guessing what they are. She pulls this out a lot when she's designing cards, because it really helps her with color coordination for the designer paper. So again, I have 2 of these left for the winter holiday catalog, and then we're working on the spring mini. We're making them on, you guys, don't judge. We work on it on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. My brother comes down every one of those DSP samplers. My brother, when he comes down from Stevens Point, he comes down like 6 times a year, but 3 of the times he helps me put those together. And so that's what we do on Christmas Eve and Christmas night. We put all 84 of them together. So he probably hates me. He never tells me that. He just goes, smiles and says, okay. So I appreciate my brother helping me with that. So that is a little bit about what we're doing. I'm very lucky and blessed at the same time to have my brother to help me with them, because they're always a labor of love as well. Okay, so we have these cards. We're going to pull out these envelopes. We did this class in person last week, Wednesday already. I don't know. Should I start with that one to see what the deal is with it? Which one is it? Okay, it's that one. Let's start with this one. This is a little bit different of a card. You guys, with this one, the sweet class, anything that is die cut, that isn't stamped, is already die cut for you. And we are spending time together. Exactly. We get to chat. We get to catch up. Right. It is brotherly, sisterly, loving time. And then my mom usually helps out too. And this one here with the sweet class, you guys, anything that's not stamped is already die cut for you. Anything that comes embossed is already embossed. So when you get you a card kit, you get to put everything into the kit, and you really have nothing left over, hopefully, except for any stuff that is scraps at the end. And then he is a very sweet brother. Yes, I definitely agree. Very lucky. We were close growing up, and then my older 2 brothers, they were close growing up. But we're all 4 kids born in 5 years. So my mom and dad were busy. So my mom says that her goal was to have 1 kid every 5 years and wanted 4 kids, right? So that over 20 years, she would have had 4 kids. She got 4 kids in 5 years. So your gems are hiding here. You guys, when we pack up your kits, we always put the gems on last. I don't know if you guys ever caught that, but we have the gems usually on a piece of paper like this at the top, and that they don't get scrunched and mixed up with everything. You have a piece of the Blackberry Bliss and Gold ribbon, very pretty. I believe this is on the last chance list for a discounted price. And these purple gems, I'll be honest, I can't remember if they're in the annual catalog or if they're an online exclusive. If I had to guess, they're in the annual catalog. They were part of, I believe, the hydrangea set from last year, and there's 3 different purples, and they're sparkly gems. They're amazing. We used 2 of the different colors for this card because 2 went really nicely with it. So you'll get that. It was in the water. What a sweet, it was in the water. And then this is embossed. This was using the Changing Leaves embossing folder. Now, you guys have some homework to do with this. We did not cut this apart into strips for you. You're going to have to do that. So there's a little cutting involved, and we'll make that happen tonight during class. You have a bow. I made all your bows for you. And thank you for the twine bow. You're welcome, Sherry Stewart. You guys, I forgot to have Chris Duderenke make your bows for this class. So as my mom and Annette wasn't here. My mom and Rhonda, Barb Collins, and Diane, I had a couple gals helping me. I sat and made bows. I made about 200 bows really fast, as fast as I could possibly make them, and hopefully they turned out really good. So I do use a bow maker, you guys. I would not make bows if I didn't have a bow maker, and I just got a stock of these. I got 36 in, so we're stocked, locked, and loaded, ready to go in case anybody needs bow makers. They make great gifts to anybody who doesn't have a bow maker. You're probably wondering what this piece is for. It's what I would call a sacrificial lamb. The only purpose is to help you make your card easier to put together. And that is because we used ribbon. And I'll go into more detail about this in a little bit, but this is a Blackberry quarter sheet, matted. Then this comes from your Flowers of Beauty. I think, the annual catalog. And it's cut out with that new brushed gold paper that comes with silver and gold. Silver and gold. It's already die cut for you, so that's in your kit. You have one of these little guys. That is from the... Oh, gosh, you guys, we designed these so long ago. Flowers of Beauty dies for that one, and that's what that one came from too. They're both Flowers of Beauty die. Okay, we have a vellum circle here that is already punched for you. Now, disclaimer, vellum is retired, but we still choose to use vellum in card making because it has been in my life for 20 years and it's not going away just because Stampin' Up! Retires vellum. All right, so if you get the card kit from me, you already have the vellum circle. It's already good to go. If you get the PDF tutorial, most people in the card making world probably have vellum, and otherwise they make it for sale. You can always get it. Hi, Marsha Long. This piece right here, it needs to get stamped on with one of the stamps from the stamp set, and then we're going to die cut it out. So we'll come to that in a moment. And now this is what I'm understanding Karen said that she would work with. Okay, so you have a strip of vanilla for a sentiment, and this is the sweet class. We generally do not double mat the inside. So you have a piece of vanilla that'll go in the inside, and we'll stamp that momentarily. Now, let me just see what Karen ended up with here. So she's got a piece here, and I get what she's throwing now. So this piece is just a little bit, okay, I understand here. I think I know what we can do to make this work. All right, so I'm going to struggle bust this a little bit, and that's okay. This was on me. Hi, Kay Weir, because I didn't remember to give this to Karen. This piece is the right length, but it's got a corner missing. So I think what I'm going to do is there's an invisible line here that you can't see that I could make disappear. And so I've got the right length for the most part. I think what I'm going to do is cut it right about here, and then I'm going to flip it upside down, and I'm going to hide that corner that's missing. Okay, that's what I think I'm going to do. Now this could be used this way, and then we're missing in the middle. So this will happen to you guys at home. It really will. You're going to have this piece of paper that you just don't want to cut into the next sheet of paper, because if you're like me, it's so hard to cut into a fresh sheet of designer series paper. I don't know what it is, but Kylie Bertucci would say, love it, chop it, right? So we got to get into that mindset. But most of us don't want to waste not, want not. So we're going to just ink up here with some Blackberry Bliss ink. And you can stamp that onto, so you can see my ink pad is a little bit lighter. It stamped it a lot lighter, actually, than the sample card. And if that happens to you and you need to re-ink your pad, we can do this. I think I want it darker. And if you guys haven't ever seen how to re-ink an ink pad, this will probably be good for you. What you do, and this is why you want to buy re-inkers, so that you can re-ink your ink pad. And what you do, this is how I do it, right? I don't know, there might be different ways. I just use what I know how to do. I run back and forth this way, and then I shouldn't say I run, because I'm not really running. I'm doing the thing where I just go back and forth with the ink refill, and then I take my spoon and I blend it all around, and I go both ways, different directions, because if you don't do this, you're going to get lines where your stamps are. Hello, Brian. Yep, Kylie. Go, Kylie. Love it, chop it. You betcha, Sarah. She is, I watched her give a presentation on the whole Love It, Chop It when, I think, for Stampin' Up! Back in a couple years ago. So whenever she came up with it, right? All right, so let's see if that's enough. And I'm just going to take this, and just for S's and G's, I'm going to do it right over the top of this just to see if it got darker for me, and it did. So now I'm going to flip it over, and we're going to do the other side. And then this is the one we'll die cut. All right, so that looks crisper, cleaner to me. I like it. And then on the inside here, the vanilla, I'm going to stamp a little bit more right in the corner here for my focal image. And if you guys like to do your envelopes, now is your time to do your envelope as well. So that's what we have for this one. It was using Blackberry Bliss. Oh, we're not done with that though. There is a sentiment on here, and it says, congratulations. I have to go get that. One moment, please. It's Loveliest Tree. honey. Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby. So, the sentiments in Regal Flora were not all that in a bag of potato chips. They were okay, right? I love the sending love your way, and the thanks is good. But the other two were like, okay, well, it's not a lot to do for a class where there's 4 cards. So we went scouring the catalog and we found the loveliest tree. We have congratulations, happy birthday, and sending heartfelt sympathy. So we pulled those in for this class to use them on these cards. Hi, baby. Are you going to come and say hi? I know that you're looking to come this way. Hello, hello. No inky dinky do on you. Now, are you going to stop right here or what's happening? Everybody, honey says hello. You got your butt in my face, girl. Either nothing to see here, officer, right? She's like, I'm not the officer. Bigger Tigger's the officer. All right. So, yes, honey talks through me. All right, so we're going to stamp here. I think we're going to stamp here, honey. What's going on, girlfriend? Are you indecisive of what you want to do? Tell me what you want. What you really, really want. All right. We're going to stamp, yeah, congratulations on the vanilla piece. Oh, my goodness. All right, I'll take it. That's a good win. With red rubber, it is really hard to necessarily know where you're stamping. It comes down to how you put your stickers on your stamps, too, but I'll take that one. That was nice. It was very nice. That was a win. And what you can do now is angle the end. Now, if you like to do a banner, you can do a banner. If you want to do anything or not anything at all, I like to do angles like this a lot, if you guys see that. She wants to be close. She sure does. She sure does. And she was with us this afternoon while we were designing, so that was good. She plops down literally, you guys. She's so used to it. She'll just like lay right here on our stuff. All right, so then what we're going to do is grab the die for this. Now, if you don't have the dies or if you're using different flowers, you can always fussy cut what you need to. And I'm going to bring the machine in here, you guys, and so you can see, in case you've never seen the big boss in action here. What we do is we put all of the plates down. I use the tape to help hold it so it doesn't wiggle around, because otherwise it cuts it crooked. Yeah, watch out for the inky spoon. I'm going to wash that, you guys. All right, so now we're good. One time, just one time, Bigger Tigger jumped right into a melon. No, it was a mango melody pad, I think. And he had orange toe prints on wherever it was that he walked. All right, so that die cutting is done. This is really the only thing for stamping on here. And again, I believe that there's lots of flowers out in the universe that people could stamp a different flower collection there. And there's wetness right there from something. I must have been, I don't know. It was a drop of water, but we got it. We're all good. All right, let's talk about this too. Now this is a certain size and we have to cut it down. It was crumb cake, 4 3/4 by 4. And when you take 4 3/4 and divide it into 4 sections, it was about 1 3/16 inch. Okay. So for those that don't know 16ths, when you have a ruler like this, like the 1 inch here, it's 1, 2, 3 of those little lines. Each one of those little lines is a 16th. So that gives you a quarter and then a half and 3/4, and then you break that and you get eighths, and then after eighths is 16ths. So 3/16 are 3 of the little lines here. Don't worry about the top unless you're metric, right? So what we're gonna do is go to the 1, and then we're gonna 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do right inside the 3. We're gonna cut that off, okay? Now, just to make it so the outsides are the same, I'm in a I really want to do 1 3/16 from this side. So I can either go this way now and go 1 and then 1, 2, 3. So I'm doing 3/16 from the other side. Okay, so I have my 2 end pieces. And now what do I have left for a measurement? I have 2 3/8, which half a 3/8 is 3/16. So I'm going to come back here and do 1 and then 1, 2, 3/16. Right? So we're just basically cutting this into 4 equal pieces, right? I left that up to you guys. I am sure Karen Wetstein appreciated me not asking her to die cut that. All right. So, sorry, you probably have the little zooming in, but we want to keep these in order. And I have it so that that bigger leaf goes up like this. Now, this. The reason we gave you this, because originally we started to try to put this together, but we're like, how do we add ribbon to this card? We would have had to glue the ribbon behind here and put this on and then try to finagle the other side. Why do you want to make yourself struggle bus it? So what we're going to do, I'm going to flip all of these upside down, because I know I'm going to glue them and I flip them all the same way. And ultimately I'm going to start with the outer two first and flipping it back this way. You're gluing it all the way to the end. Do not give yourself any margin on the side, because this piece is smaller than this piece, and that's where you're going to get the margin. I had a couple people in person leave like a 1/8 inch border on there, and you don't really want to do that. So now this one can go here, and I'm gluing it so it's top flush and side flush. I can always trim off the bottom if I need to. All right, so there's what we have. Now we're going to do the other two. So this whole blackberry is underneath here just as guiding. It's like a supporting actor. Now these, we're going to center them in between the outer two. So because I use liquid glue, I can finagle them. Whoa, see, I can still move it. And what I'm doing now is equaling up my gaps here, right? So that they're equal. By having the outer ones on first, now you can focus on centering. Oops, see, and you can still move that around if you use liquid glue. Now, I notice I have a little bit extra blackberry hanging out on the bottom, and all I need to do is grab my scissors. You could use your cutting tool too, but I'm just going to use my scissors. I'm using that crumb cake as a guide and trimming that little bitsy off. Bitsy spider. So, perfect. That's exactly what you need. Now that you've done that, you can grab your tear and tape. And you can make your tear and tape sandwich with your ribbon. So we're going to put 2 waiting in the wings and making sure that I want my big leaf like that at the top. I'm going to put the tear and tape near the, whoa, it stuck to my finger. And not all of it. Some of, oh, now it all did. Okay, hang on, let's get that there. Right. And then you've got the ribbon a good 1.5 finger width away. And it is closer to the bottom here like this, about 1 inch. And we're going to put that ribbon down first. Because I put that tape back there, I know that as soon as I flip my tail over, it's going to catch it. And then I can keep it straight in the front. All right, so that is why we gave everybody that 1/4 sheet mat of blackberry to help with those ribbon tails. All right, so there's a little bit of glue on the back side, and that can go right to your card front. And when you put that down, you should have your 1/8 inch, about 1/8 inch margin all the way around. We can glue our inside in. Now, depends on what you want this to be. Congratulations, new baby. I mean, it could be a bride-to-be. It could be retirement. It could be congratulations on a new home. I mean, congratulations can be for anything that you want to congratulate somebody on. A new job, graduating, a very pretty, and honestly, you don't even have to use it for congratulations. You could take a skinny sentiment that says happy birthday and make this into a happy birthday card, which a bunch of people did too at in-person class. Now we're on to this, finagling this thing. I was going to work with this piece, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it, right? Let's grab my little cutter. So you guys don't have to deal with this. This is only because we're showing you how to work with things. And I forgot to give this to Karen, and I didn't want somebody else to accidentally get this kit. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut it there. And this is only because it's missing a corner, all right? And then this will get popped up. So what I'm envisioning in my head, this is going to do, that's going to go here, and then I'm going to flip it around this way and go like this And then my sentiment strip is going to cover that up, and then my flowers will cover that, and nobody will ever know, except everybody, all 87 of you that are watching me right now will know. But you don't even know. I can make your hands clap. We're going to do this one first. I know that's a lot of dimensionals on this little guy, but it's all right. They're an inexpensive adhesive. All right, so we're going to take all those off. We're going to put this on first, and it's hanging out a little bit below the ribbon, and it's about a ½ inch from that side. And the pattern doesn't matter because nobody's going to see that the pattern doesn't continue underneath. It's just because the decoration could have just changed on the paper itself. See, and then this will go right like that. It lines up great on that side. Karen, is this what you would have done? All right, then this can go here. And I generally like my sentiment strips, I kind of pop them up on the end. You don't have to do that, so I'm just going to do that here. If you don't like it, you don't have to do that. But I'm going to put it flat on this side. Karen, what's that? I probably would have switched the flowers to the right side and put the sentiment strip to the left. Oh, and done it backwards. Oh, and Rose says it's so pretty. I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. And then I've got a little bit of the ribbon showing on this side. So we're going to put this on straight like that. So Karen would have done a reverse. Now grab your tear-in tape, and we're going to put a little bit of that right through the bottom area of the vellum and the top through here. You do see adhesive through vellum usually, and we're going to cover this circle, kind of goes flush with the bottom of the designer paper, and it's hanging off that side a little bit. It comes right next to where the C is. And then what we can do is, oh man, we got to do the Rose Coleman trick, you guys. I should have done this earlier. With these little intricate pieces like this, these die cuts, it works really great if you put the adhesive on the back, your liquid glue, and you want to let it soak or marinate on the paper. And what it does is it becomes tacky, and then it is less slippery or smeary. So we're going to let that sit for a moment. For just a moment in time while we prep this really quick. We want that to just dry slightly. And we'll put the dimensionals like that. And while we wait, we'll go ahead and just grab the glue dot. Normally I would have been laying this down, but we're going to kind of work ahead here. We're going to put the glue dot right onto the flowers. And then you can grab your itsy bitsy pretty bow that I made for you. And it's a double baby linen thread bow. And we can put that right where the glue dot is. So that's ready to go. Flip these off. And now we're going to just go with it. So hopefully it's gotten a little tacky. This is going to come at an angle through the middle of your vellum circle. And then you can grab your flower. There's a little bit poking out here. And then this goes right over the top. And there's a little opening right here. And that's where I'm going to grab a little glue dot, put it on the tail end of that die cut, and then he gets tucked into bed right there. And what you can do once it's in there, I don't always like to put a great save on the DSP, yay! I'm going to just put a little dot right in the middle of the back of that, and then give that a moment for that to dry. And then you have your Purplicious Expialidocious gems. I love these gems. I bet you guys know why. Purplicious. I put a big and a small off to the side there, and then we got a little spot for one right over there. And voila. Now, Stella. You could Stella your designer series paper, right? Give it a little bit of glitz. And this little guy over here could get a little Stella. You could Stella your ribbon that's coming out the sides here. Oh, you could also Stella over the top of your embossed leaf pieces here on all these guys. Thanks, K Weir. Glad you like it. So, you guys, this card We found an idea for it on Pinterest. And the person, I don't honestly at this moment, we just saw it. We liked the column look, and then we kind of did our own thing. But what they did is they had used designer series paper or pattern paper in the back here, which is super cool. And then they had used this piece was a piece that was embossed. So we kind of did the reverse, because when we do a sweet class, we try to always get at least 12 mats out of the 12 by 12 piece of designer series paper. So we opted to do embossing on the back and then let you guys cut them out, which made it easier because we would have had to pair them all up or match all 4 sets up, and that's not fun. All right, we have little tails that could come off here. So snippy here, let them be gone and call it good. Yay! All right, we got the one done. I love it. I do too. I'm gonna love it in an instant. So let you guys study that for a moment. We're gonna randomly pick another card here. And it's the vanilla envelope. And the other vanilla one looks like this. Now, I've heard a lot of you tell me that you're not fans of the wild wheat. I totally agree. It's not my favorite color in the book, but when you pair it with this designer paper that came in the Regal Winter with espresso, it does it. It works. It really does work. It's super pretty. So we're having this kind of dilemma again when the storybook Moments has a wild wheat color with it. It's like baby poo, right? So we're working with it. We're going to zhuzh it up. So it'll all come together. We have 3 gold gems in here, which carried over, which is super cool. I love these gold gems. You've got some wild wheat ribbon in the back, hanging out back in the back. You could take your bone folder and burnish your edges vertical. All right, so the last one's horizontal, this one's vertical. You have an inside mat that is not embossed. Nope, I lied. This is your outside mat. Reverse. This is your outside mat. And it's not embossed because what we did is we put the designer paper on that, and I kind of looked for direction, which there really isn't, but I still looked for a main one that had a going up here. So that fits in here. And then the bottom is actually embossed. Just this little bottom pieces. And that fits right over the top. So it gives the impression that you embossed the whole thing. Oh, wild wheat. Yes, we're going to do wild wheat with blackberry bliss for that that card. We were talking about it today. We kind of mapped out that blackberry bliss would look really good with it. You guys, I made your bow for you. So you have another one. Yay. And espresso, yeah. Then you have a couple die cuts. These die cuts, let's just see, I can't remember. Layers of beauty. That's where we found these dies to work with. So you might have to do a little poppy action here to get these out. All right, so we did one with the wild wheat, one with the crumb cake, and one with espresso. Chris Robinson said the sympathy card is one of her favorites, which surprises her. Yeah, it's very elegant looking. It's regal. It's very regal-esque. And all right, this is your greetings of the season dies that have that little tag going on, but you were covering that hole up, so you don't even know. You don't even know. The vellum, again, brought back vellum for this card. And then you have a vanilla inside. We use Loveliest Tree for the sentiment. And you don't have to do a sympathy card for this. If you want, it could be any card for this layout because it's such just a pretty all-around card. It would make a very pretty wedding card, I think. So we're going to stamp the sympathy. And then on the inside of this, I've got a little leaf in the inside. So this little leaf goes right there. And this is what you could also use on your envelope. All right, so there's that. And if it were me, I'll let whoever wins this card stamp their own sentiment on the inside. But for me, and it's me, I'm going to flip this over and work off the back first to make sure I understand how it's going to stamp. Same to you, Kathleen Ketterman. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. To the right a little bit because you actually cover up the left here with some of the die cuts. I'm going to put that. All right, I'm going downhill a little bit, so I practiced, and practice makes perfect. I'm going to bring it up a hair, and maybe I'll go straight and see if that works. Still going downhill. That's okay, though. And that was more downhill, so I can live with it because I'm not cutting a new one. And we always say if you want perfect, you go buy a Hallmark card, right? That's it for stamping on this. So let's get a little glue happy. This is flat, this is flat, this is flat, and then we're good. We'll do these 3 things to start. So the back of this one is this pretty peacock plaid looking pattern. So we put this one, let's see, I liked it like that. Put that at the top, and you want to make sure your top and your 2 sides all have the same margin. If you need to trim it, your time was to do it before you cut, because you could have always trimmed it a little bit if you needed to. Then this one goes flush on the bottom, and I always make sure I got my 2 sides good to go, my bottom and my one side, and then I can always cut off that side if I need to. And then we have the inside like that. Perfect. All right, ready for your tear and tape sandwich. You guys, we eat a lot of sandwiches here. And it's always hard to, you gotta find the end. So you have 2 waiting in the wings. And then you want that to be right where your ribbon's gonna go. And pull that wild wheat ribbon. And you want to be strategic about where you put this. If you put it right through the middle, you can, I can see it. You can see where it's dark, and then you can see where the designer paper is. So I'm actually going to try to line up my bottom ridge of gold with the top edge of the embossed espresso piece so that you don't see that through it. The other option is you could take the top one and put it here. I wonder what I did over here. Oh, I did it on the opposite. So what I did on the other card is I put the top of the ribbon in line with the top of the espresso. So then all you see is the brown espresso through here, which is actually nice because then it's not as distracting. But you only see a little bit on the sides anyways. So if you don't end up doing that, it's not the end of the world. As we know it. And there's a song. A reference. All right. This goes right onto your card front. And then what you can do, the vellum needs tear and tape again. And what we're going to do is run a piece this way and a piece that way. And then what we can do is slide that right underneath your ribbon. You're probably thinking, wait, you gotta put your ribbon down or your vellum down. Nope, I like to get this set, and then I can always slide this right underneath because I don't put tape underneath my ribbon here. I'm eyeballing it based off of the sample here, and it's something, actually, we're gonna do this way. And I am not. I think that my label should cover up that tear and tape. I put it a little bit up higher than I should have, but we're gonna try. So I've got a little bit down here. It's about a good finger width from that side. And there's what we have, and this will go right there. This guy is gonna get popped up with dimensionals. So grab a few of those. You can put one right through that circle because we're gonna have something that goes right over the top of it. And you've got a little vellum that you can see sneaking out here and here. Good deal. So there's a little bit of flippy floppy going on here. So I think I'm going to take one more dimensional to the bottom corner here. So that's stuck good. All right. I'm going to use glue dots to put these on. And I have my roll here. I'm going to grab this one first. These leaves are kind of hanging off the top, the side and the top. So these are non-committal dots. So if we want to move them, we can still move them. So there's that. And then we'll grab this one here as well. And the crumb cake is more on the left. And then the brown one goes to the right. And you've got a lot of glue dot going on down here. So we need one more though. And that'll go right in the middle. And then use that, oh, there's one more on there. Grab your bow. You're gonna put that right in there. So you might just squish them a little bit closer together so that it's underneath the ribbon. Because otherwise, if you put something on top of it, it might stick to it. And fluff up your bunny ears. Straighten your tails. All right, that turned out nice. I like it. Okay, ribbon scissors. Trim your tail a little bit. And then you have some gold. We got to get some gold to get the girl. Some gemsies can go on your card. Right on the front. And then I got one right there. Now, let's go back to these guys. They're a little bit loosey-goosey, right? They're flippy-floppy to me. Now that they're placed where I want them, like I could have really moved them if I needed to, but I'm just gonna gently pull them back and put a little glue in a couple spots, just so that it helps to hold them down. You could have done what Rose does and put glue and let it sit for a little bit, and that would have helped, but I generally just like to get them situated and then ground them later. And so we're going to do a little on the brown one. And then I also want to do a little on this guy here. And then in a moment here, I'm going to squish them all down so that they don't want to pop up later in life. Thanks, Doris. All right, that's good. So now they're a little more cohesive. Stella. These guys definitely can all get stellaed. And you can do it right while it's on the card. Could put a little bit over the ribbon. Why not, right? Go over all the embossed. So my Stella pen is not locked and loaded and like really like full of Stella. She's half there. So by doing this, it's not really over intensifying with the Stella. It's just enough to give it a, she's dusting the party. She's just, I don't know if you can see it, but she just puts a little bit of her dust right over the top of it. She's at a good spot where she doesn't overly commit. So, all right. Fantastic. Yay. I'm glad you like it, Kay. And Doris said she likes it. And Rose loves my tear and tape sandwiches. Yay. All right. 2 done. Doing good. Doing good. 2 more to go. Let's grab one and see which one. I want to save the blue for last. You guys, as much as I love my Purplicious, I think we're going to save the blue for last. So go Team Blue for having the last card today. But Team Purple got 2 cards. All right. So this is our double dipper from the Escape. So if you did the Escape with me, you have experienced this card already. I'm going to move this out and bring in the next one. This one is the one that's going to make you work for it. Work it, girls. Work it, boys. Work it. This one's going to make you work. We got stamping. We've got die cutting. We've got placing things back together. We've got ribbon. We got it all. And we've got some pretty gems that are right on the top. Don't lose them. They're like the coppery-ish ones from that set. It comes, there's gold and I think copper and silver maybe? They're like metallic gems. All right, let's see what we got. The leaf embossing folder was used on this one. And you can figure out if you want, I probably want it like this so that there's more embossing at the top on this side because there's less on this side. So I'm going to leave it like this. You have a sentiment strip. We'll stamp that in a moment. This guy right here. That's that die that's in the kit. And it technically is, it cuts it into 2 different pieces. And I told my helpers that were die cutting, just leave them together because I really want this to become one thing. And so I'm going to tape it back together actually in a moment. So I'm going to like just leave it. Some of you had yours in 2 pieces. Some were together. It just depended on how it all worked. You have a 2" by 5 1/16 piece of designer paper, which will go on the bottom. You have a piece of white. Oh, but wait, you have 2 pieces of white. What is what? If you can see, one is smaller, right? The smaller one is your mat for the inside. The larger is your template that you're gonna need to use for this card. It's not a template. It's for your cutting and stamping. So you're gonna have all your flowers from this card and the flowers and leaves from this card, right? That's why we did purple first, because that piece of white got put in with this kit. You have 6 inches of ribbon, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna get all of our stamping done at one time. We're gonna get it all done. So we're back to a horizontal card. So let's just set this like that. Okay, we need yellow leaves though. So leaves, choose your words. Flowers, yellow flowers. So let's clean this really good because I do not want any purple in my yellow ink pad. Our sentiment is done. So let's get him out of here. And we need to grab the leaf stamp here. So let's grab this. This was used in brown and we need it now in green. Lost Lagoon. Okay, so I think we're set up here. So let's just do Stampy Stampy Happy. All right, we need yellow. They call me mellow yellow. Yeller, old yeller. Okay, so ink up. Now that was either crushed curry second strength or that was a really dark daffodil. Everybody's yellows look slightly different depending on your ink pad. And we're gonna ink up and get a yellow set of this 3. And while I'm stamping, I'm gonna put it on my inside right away. All right, so that's gonna go in the bottom corner like that. Good, that's it for that one. We need this one though. So you're gonna ink up this little guy. Now all these stamps are from the Regal Winter Suite or Regal Flora Bundle. Back to our template of what we're gonna cut out later. We're gonna do that flower. All right, that should be it for the yellow, unless you want to do your envelope. Let's clean this. So I think we're just gonna do all of our stamping for the next 2 cards. So I might as well show you what I mean by that. We're just gonna stamp, just stamp. This is Night of Navy on this one. So this white piece that's bigger is for both of these cards. Just that's what we're gathering here. In case you didn't gather it, hopefully you gathered that. So we're gonna do our blue 42 over here. Perfect. Don't worry if you get the halo, it's okay. That's it for the navy, in the navy. We need Lost Lagoon. And there's this leaf foliage stamp in the Lost Lagoon. Let's go like this down here. Good deal. And then there's the other leaf that looks like this in Lost Lagoon. You can fit right there. Okay, that's it for that one for now. And then back to the blue 42, we have Shaded Spruce. So we have to clean in the middle here. Normally I stamp off, but I'm just gonna run my chamois underneath the water as soon as we're done. All right, so we're going back complete with a cat fur. Got it. Yeah, you definitely don't want to get the cat furs or dog furs in your ink pads because then they leave funny marks on your stamped images. So that's Shaded Spruce. And then we have another Shaded Spruce. Lots of room, you guys. You could have really condensed these a little bit and ended up with some extra white that you could have used for something else, but that's it. You need 2 yellows, 2 Lost Lagoons, 2 Shaded Spruce, and a blue 42 flower. We do have some inside stamping to do, so we'll come back to that, but this is what we needed for our mat. So let's do a little rough cut. I call this rough cutting. Cutting these apart so that we can get them onto the machine. So grab that paper scissors, and so we're gonna do those two, that, and then we'll go like that, and that. So we'll save these for the next card. And then these, if you've got your dies, you can definitely assist with the dies and have them help you cut them out. Or you can fussy cut them with your hands and your scissors. I'm just going to put the tape on one by one here. And my dies are laying here. And then we're going to run all of these on the machine at the same time. I'm generally one that likes to fill it up as full as it can go and do one pass versus doing one at a time. And I love to use this low-tack artist tape because you've just spent and invested time stamping them, so it really helps them to stay in place. Even when I had magnetic sheets, I always used tape. And there's this one. Okay, so I'm going to pull in the machine, the big boss. All right, the main thing is that the dies don't move as you put them on because sometimes they have a mind of their own. And you run this through. And so while I have the machine here, we're going to make good use of it and line this up right away. And get these cut, because then we don't have to bring it back for the next card. We're done. And then this one right here. So Deb, I can't wait to see what your cards look like. I hope that you put them in the class, the class card challenge, so that we can see what you did with the two-tone flora. All right, so there's our yellow. Mellow yellow, and then I'll have our blue. It's a really pretty flower in blue. So we did Regal Flora for the Let's Just Stamp class in October. I still have about 10 of that one left too. We did red, white, and blue cards with the flowers. Turned out really nice. And this, so you guys, I use this tape over and over and over until it's no longer sticky. It's a great way to be frugal with your tape. And then when you're done with the machine, this comes out and the sides go up. Wunderbar. All right, are you guys ready? We need more stamping though. I just realized, I'm like, we're not done stamping. There's a white inside here, and there's a white sentiment strip, and we'll move this guy out for the moment. And this Sending Love Your Way comes from this set. I really like that saying a lot because everybody loves to get love, and I hope not everybody loves to send love, but I think people really appreciate getting love. Another one where I angled the right side, and you have to be careful with the love because the L goes up pretty high. So you want to bring it down a little bit so that you're not having your L go off the page. Let's try this. I am going to try again. I'm going to bring it. It was going uphill again. I think we're riding our bike uphill here. Let's try that. There it is. And then on the inside, I did stamp a sentiment. It says, wishing I were there to give you a big hug. Right? Which works. It's from the set. But because this is going to be a prize to somebody, Sending Love Your Way could be used for anything. So I'm just going to let it be for this card and not stamp the inside with another sentiment. But I do want to show you masking. All right, people either love this or they hate this. But I love to make it look like leaves are coming out of flowers, right? And how do you do that? It's called masking. And you guys, this is a really, 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 really loved mask. We used this for the escape, and about 60 people used this. And then I did it for well, not in class. A lot of people didn't use this in class. They took the easy button. They could if they wanted. So this was actually started off yellow, and it's been stamped a whole bunch of times with green, the Lost Lagoon. And I used cardstock, actually, white cardstock, but you could easily use a Post-it note, and that would work well too. But I'm going to get a little mat for underneath here, or a piece of white for underneath. Because this is a piece of cardstock, white cardstock, it's thicker than a Post-it note. And so the trick with it is you can't have it go, let's zoom in so you guys can see this a little bit better. You can't have it go directly over the top, otherwise it leaves a gap like that. So the trick for me is I bring it back, y'all, just a little bit like that, like a little bit, a lot like that. And by doing that, it allows the ink to go right up to it. So now is where you can take the easy button, not do this, or you can try it. But you gotta hold your mask with your hand like this and then stamp. And we're gonna go just like this and see what happens. So I gotta move up just a little bit, you can see. And if the harder you press right where that ridge is, the closer you get, and that kind of plays a little role. So we're going to see what happened. All right, so you can see how close I was. I was right about here, right? And it stayed that far away. All right, so that's what happened on this one a little bit. Okay, so it takes a little practice to get it to be what exactly. So now I know that. I'm gonna move back a little bit further, and we're gonna try this. Well, no, I wanna use this one yet. Let's do this guy again. And we're gonna go right here, and let's see what happens. Hang on, I gotta get up a little closer here, right there. See, that got a little bit closer. So I was a little bit further away. So it takes a little bit of practice. We're gonna button this up though, so we're not done yet. And then I'm gonna come over here, and I'm gonna hold it like this. And we're gonna bring it right about, you can see how much, oh man, like it's just not quite. Here, let's go like that. Then you can see better. So I'm putting it right about there. So that's about a good, what, I don't know. It's like, it's not quite an 1/8 of an inch, but it's more than a 1/16 of an inch. So something like this, and we're going to bring this like that. Let's try this one and see what that looks like. There, see, that one got closer. All right, but now if you're like, oh man, I don't like that, what can you do? This is what you can do to fix it. So put a little inky dinky doo on your block, grab your blender pen, and what we can do is touch it up. And no one will ever know really that it wasn't in there. It's just the nature of the stamp. It looks like a little bit washy. Washy, washy, washy. You can bring it in just a little closer, and that will help. Yep. It's all good. So that's what masking is all about. Oh, right in there, see? And from a distance, the world is, there's a song. From a distance, you can see it looks good, I think. I think so. And that's what masking is all about, in case inquiring minds want to know. Clean out your blender pen, and now what we can do, I save this. If you didn't guess that, I save this. I never throw it away. It will always live in this stamp set so that I have it readily available for when I want to mask. All right, let's get glue happy and flip you, and we're gonna flip you for now. And we're gonna work on assembly on this one. So the designer series paper, let's move that so you can see what we're doing. Is there a rhyme or reason to it? We're gonna go like that. And that has a fresh freesia even on the sides and the bottom. And then we can put your inside in, or I should say you can put your inside in, like that. It does look really cool doing the masking, I can't deny that. And then we get to do our tear and tape sandwich over here. So grab your 2 waiting in the wings. Lots of tear and tape sandwiches tonight. And then adhere the back. That back there, and then from the front, now let's look at this. Can you see the mat through the ribbon? Not really. When it's away from it, you can, but when it's close up to it, you really can't. So now you can just eyeball what height you want it at, making sure you're straight across the front, and then Put your tape on the back. And then finish it off with a little bit of liquid glue. Like that. And then that can go right onto your front card base. Fresh Freesia and Blackberry Bliss are a fabulous color combination, in case you guys didn't know. I love it. All right, now this guy. You can use tear and tape. You could use Scotch tape, but I'll use the tear and tape. Our goal is for this not to come apart. So I'm going to make sure it doesn't come apart by taping it together. Again, Scotch tape would work, but I like to use what Stampin' Up! Offers, and they have tear and tape. So we're going to go around here as well, and then I made that a little too long. We'll cut it, and then right there will do. You don't see this through the other side unless it's hanging over, so we are going to cut this. There. And if that little corner went over. So in essence, we just put the two dies back together. My humble opinion, I would prefer to have the outer die as the outer die and the smaller inner die as two different dies. But that's how it goes. You don't always get that, but at least we got a pretty awesome looking die like this. And we can put it right back together if we want to. And now I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals. And then this can go right onto the front of the card. So I've got it so that either way, if you put it this way or that way, you've got the curve on the right and the 90-degree on the top left or bottom right. And I'm guessing I've got it something like that. Right, so I'm not pushing it really hard at the moment. I could always finagle it later. We're going to angle the end here. And then this is going to get a dimensional on this side. And then we're going to run liquid glue right through the back here. And it's slightly below the ribbon and right above the top there. Or I should say the bottom of that. Overhanging slightly. All right. So that's staged. Now what we can do is put our flowers together and our leaves, and then they will go on the card front. You want to grab a piece of tear and tape. And it's nice because I have a sample card I can work off of. So I know that this flower goes right like this. So there's 3. It's really hard to tell which way to go, but I guess this is how I would hold it. There's this 3 right here. This is more of like a small, tighter flower. It goes on the side like this. So I've got this like that. I just connected these 2 pieces, and I would connect them with 2 pieces of tear and tape. So boom, they're together, right? They're connected and now they're one, right? So that's that, and you could always test it to see, oh yeah, that'll look good, right? I would put dimensionals behind there, but I would maybe wait to pick them off until I have my leaves. So watch this. This is what I would do. I would put this with a dimensional, and we would put this one with a dimensional. Right, so I'm only going to really adhere this one on the side first and leave those 2 dimensional backs on, because that will allow me to place these where I want them. So I'm going to put dimensionals at the tippy tops of them, and I'm going to put the mini glue dot under the stem like this. And because I have the backing on these, I can now pick this up and gently place that where I want it. And I want that leaf to come over the label, and then that's going out this way. And then now I can pick this one off, and now it's set. And we're going to do the same thing with this guy. I think I got that on. And then grab your glue dot and then pick that back off. And now you can pick this side up. I pick things up, I put things down. And that one's going to tuck in right there. And now you can pick this one up and put it where it needs to go. By leaving those dimensional backs on, it allows you to tuck those things in, and it makes it look so cohesive like that. And then you have these beautiful gems that you can add. And we have a big and 2 smalls, and you might have 2 smalls and a big, just depends. I put the pear up there. Yes, Angelique said that. The fresh freesia and the blackberry is one of her favorite color combinations. I would have to agree. And then when you add Lost Lagoon to it, it makes it oh la la. Oh, so pretty. I feel pretty. I made 10 cards with it as a birthday gift for a friend. Oh, Leslie, that's phenomenal. I love that. You guys, that's where you can buy your supplies and then create presents for people, your friends and family. And you don't have to go to the store and buy them gifts per se, because you're buying your supplies, which you love, and it's helping to kind of fuel your hobby. So you're not spending more on buying presents, you're making your presents. I love it. Love it. Okay, and then we had 3. Oh, did we glue the inside in? Yes, we did. Okay, so this is my inside for this card right here. So we will put that away. All right, and then, oh, you're very welcome, Becky. Oh, you didn't say thanks, but you said great tip. Well, I'm glad you like it. Yay. And Suzanne said another great tip. Yay. That's how I put cards together. If I don't know exactly where things are going to go, I get it grounded by one spot, and then I stage the back and then pull it off when I know where what goes underneath it. All right. So a complicated card, hopefully I made it look super simple so that when you go to make yours, you know exactly what's going on. All right, so then there were 3. We have these 3 done. So pretty. And again, if you want the easy button, we have these kitted up where all you would need to do is add your sentiments and a few focal stamps of flowers and leaves, and you guys would have them ready to go. Lickety split. The colors are so pretty, yes. All right. On to the blue. Blue 42. You guys, for my purple lovers and purple comrades, do not be mad when I say this, because you know I love purple. But out of this class, I almost think this is my favorite card. I have to say, I'm in love with the layout of this card. I do admit we used a retired ribbon, and Rose, I didn't check with you first. I'm so sorry, but you could use white there too if you didn't have this blue. It's a bordered blue ribbon. It was on the clearance rack recently, so we picked up a few rolls and we used them in the design because you need some night of navy ribbon from time to time. And this card screamed bordered blue navy ribbon, and so we pulled it in. And I guess, don't be mad, I like this one. I think I like them all, right? Like Kathy Showalter said, she loves them all. Kay loves them all, but I just sometimes, and you're not supposed to have favorite children, right? And these are like children to me, but I do like this blue one. Okay, and there's lots of stuff going on. When you pick this up, when you look in here, there's lots. So we have our white. Oh, my gems. You guys, I was like, where are my gems? The gems were stuck on the back side, or they were stuck in there and I didn't catch it. So don't lose your gems. There are 3. A big pearl and then 2 small pearls. All right, and then we have a white inside. The Dashing Designs. I think that's what this is called. It's the Dashing Designs embossing folder. It really works great with this card because you have your diamond of your blue piece here and it kind of follows the angles. Very cool. That cool. Then you have a white piece here for your sentiment. You have 2 silver pieces. Thank you to Karen Forward for die cutting these for us. These are from Thoughtful Journey, and they're not all there. We did not, I'll be honest, we were like, well, we only need part of it. We don't need the whole thing. So we didn't have her cut the tippy tip tail on some of these, right? Because they go underneath here, and it's a way to save on silver foil. Like we really could have had her cut it like this and skip this, but sometimes it's hard to figure that out. And we just said, can you cut? And so you guys have plenty, right? So those are already cut out of the silver foil for you. This one's cut out of the stylish shape. Boom. Put it like that as a diamond is forever. This piece of boho goes in the back with the ribbon. And that will go on the top of this. Right? Again, Karen Wetstein helped me with the cutting of that. Oh, you guys, Rhonda Ayers help with all the embossing. These are cut for you so that they're ready to go. And if you need to always do a paper fitting or a dry fitting, like I see like on this one in particular, the top is a little bit more and then the sides are not as much. So I could grab my trimmer, which, oh, it's right here. And I'm gonna trim, fit a haircut, just a small haircut, a smidging of a haircut. Just a wee little bit. And then when you go to fit it, now you can see that you have the right, like the equal, I should say, the equal amount of that. So always do a little dry fitting, you guys. We do our best to make sure we have it good, but sometimes that could be better, right? We do good, but better is always better if you want it different. Okay, vertical card. Let's get glue happy. I feel like there's a lot of pieces going on here, and I want to get some stuff consolidated. So this is going to get glued, and this is going to get glued. So let's do these two first. So this is our horizontal strip, and this is our designer paper. So these two go together. Now that I did my dry fitting, that goes there, and then this goes right through the middle, as much through the middle as you can make happen. And if you want it equal, what you need to do is grab a ruler and measure it and just make sure. So that's two scoops, and that's 2 1/8. So that means I need to come this way, a 1/16. And if you want to remeasure it, great. And if you're like, yeah, I trust what I did, great too. But I'm going to grab my paper scissors because when we emboss things, sometimes it shrinks the paper. So I'm going to just trim that, shore that up, and then we can grab, yet another tear and tape sandwich. Hi, Sharon Schmidt. I'm so happy that you think the cards are beautiful. Yay. Oh, was there a top and a bottom to the dashing designs? You can figure that out. If you like, there kind of is. That looks like that, and that looks like that. Same but different. I kind of like that side better, but now it's too late. I'm good. Can't make a different, I mean, usually we're stampers. We can change our mind, but not in this case. We're already glued and committed. The ribbon goes right through the middle. Thanks, Sandy Zadoon. All right, you guys are saying all the cards are gorgeous. So what happened? What happened? How do we have 40 left of this and not like just 20? I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, and it's okay. Like, I can live with it. For the next year to 2 years, I might have my way to work through them, and that's okay. I can handle that. But this goes right on here. Boho, and okay, so fresh freesia is to blackberry, like boho is to navy. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Another great color combination. Now this is going to get popped up with dimensionals. So let's pop those on like that. A little bit like this, a little bit like that. Thanks, Angelique. And this then we centered as well, top to bottom, left to right. Boom, just like that. And then our diamonds are forever. They are also glued. Oh, I hear the UPS guy. What time is it? It's 7:47. The UPS truck. I was waiting for a package. I did 2-day shipping on a package on Monday, hoping to get it yesterday. And it said it was delayed due to weather. And now I hear that it was supposed to be delivered between 1 and 5 today. Oh, not here yet. Okay, I centered in between my ribbon here. I don't know if you caught that, but I went right to the middle of my ribbon here and here, and then I tried to center it top to bottom. Penny Powell will take a kit. Yay, Penny Powell. I can ship it with your Snowy Wonder. Yay. Which, you guys, there were 6 of you that got Snowy Wonder. I have not. Today was, 6 cards got designed today, and I had a dentist appointment. The city inspector was here to do 3 inspections on the remodel, and that happened at the same time as I was getting my teeth cleaned. Thank goodness that Tyler was here to help with that, because otherwise that wouldn't have been so good. But yeah, there was a lot going on today, so I did not have a moment. Oh, look at this. I used that flower in here. I didn't even know that. Oh, there goes the UPS guy. I hear him rolling away. Diane is so always flabbergasted that she's like, how can you even hear the UPS guy? I'm like, I can hear his truck roll up. It's so loud. All right, so we need this little flower with the navy. And, oh, Angelique wants another kit. Yay. Yay, that's 2 more. Awesome. And Angelique, you can get it when you come up for the escape in a couple weeks. So that will be perfect. All right, so we have that. Oh, we're not done. Oh, man. Okay, so happy birthday also comes from the loveliest 3, but it's the red rubber kind. And that's not always our friend because you can't really see behind the stamp. So we're going to guess and practice. And we're going to go first right here and right. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Well, I'm okay with that. We don't have any uphills or downhills, so that's good. You know, like walking uphill in the snow both ways to go to school when you were younger. All right. Grab your paper scissors, and we're going to cut that again at an angle. So you guys, there's a theme going on here. I like to do the angles. All right. So this kind of comes right off that angle of the corner of the diamond. And I'm trying to see here if I see it. Okay, so that's good. So it's going to be something like that. And there's 1 dimensional right there on the edge. And so I'm going to cut 1 in half here. Because there's a small little area to work with. So it's going to go right on that bottom corner. And then we're going to use liquid glue for the rest. Okay, said put one on the side for you also. Yay! Okay, Kay. Definitely I can do that. So that's going to go right about here. All right. So just so I don't lose track, we have Penny, Kay, and Angel. Okay. Coming in very late, Connie Moore. Better late than never, though. Like, that's all good as long as you're here. All right. What should we do? We'll use glue dots here. So we're going to put the non-committal dot. And I always like to just eyeball where I have it currently. And because they're non-committal dots, look at that. Even on my sample, I've got little flyaways here. I think that this is too much, actually. I think I'm going to just trim off this bottom piece because I don't think I need that. Now, you could potentially use it somewhere else on the card, but we're going to go with this for now. And I'm trying to look about, I have 1 inch of it above. So we're going to go, it does overlap here slightly. Again, they're non-committal dots, so we can rearrange as necessary. And we're going to grab a halfer for there, and we'll put a half there, and then we'll put a full one here. And then what we'll do is we'll prep the rest with a glue dot. And we'll stage these. And then grab 2 dimensionals for our flower. All right, this is all going to come together like fall swoop type stuff. So this flower is going to be right about here. So this comes out about like that. It can't be coming off the edge of the card. And then this one is going to be coming out something like that. And then now you can stick this down. And if you're good with it, you're good. If you're not, I didn't push anything down. You could always pull things up and refinagle. I'm seeing a little bit more, not much more, but a little bit more of this coming out, which is okay. I don't mind it. But if it's where you want everything, you get to be like a floriste. If everything's where you want it, squish it down real good and test things out. If they don't come out, then you're good to go. Oh, Bridget wants another one. Yay. Oh, yay. So exciting. Happy dance, you guys. Doing happy dances here. Bridget, I'll say one for you as well. And we can always wait. You guys, if you have January shipments, we can consolidate and save a little on the shipping. So we're going to put I'll tell you, these iridescent pearls, they are the perfect thing on here. They really show off against the blue. If you can get them to stick and not have them flip-flop back right up. So we're going to go like that. Oh man, he didn't want to stick. So with these, you definitely want to press them down so that that adhesive really bonds with the paper. All right. Love it. Love it, love it. I think we're done with the glue, so let's shut you. Stella. Stella, that ribbon. And your boho blue. You could do your navy. And of course you could do your designer paper. Again, you guys, my Stella is not loaded like a lot right now. So it's coming out very light and effervescent-y. I'm hitting the highlights of the Humpty Humps here. Boom. Don't Stella your stamped images. You will make them bleed. Caution, don't do that. Okay, we're not done yet because we have an innard to put in. So grab your inside. Oh, it's happy birthday. Do we have, oh, we do. We have a sentiment. Sending love your way. That is the perfect sentiment to put into a birthday card, is it not? I'm planning to order a class for January, so save the shipping. Perfect. I will put it on the back counter for you, along with Doris Munson. Yay. Oh, goodness, you guys. Thank you. Yay. So that helps. Yay. Okay. Navy, though. So let's grab our navy. I thought about doing shaded spruce, but I thought, navy's good. And the question is, am I going to stamp this straight or not straight? That is the question. Let's try on our piece of scrap paper. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's not bad. Okay. So I kind of mock how I think I'm going to hold it and see if it is straight or not. I'm okay with that. That's not bad. Not bad at all. We'll take it. All right, let's glue it in. And let's take in the beauty of the Regal winter. All right, we totally transitioned away from Christmas now, you guys. This is full-blown Regal winter. But I don't know. I wouldn't say this is a winter card, but it could be. Oh man, you guys, the Stella all over this. I don't know if you can see. Oh, a little bit. You could see a little bit of sparkly going on the sides here. So you can just see I did a dusting. Stella dusted her Stella juices all over. That's what she is. So Stella has lots of terminologies, you guys. All right, let's see what we did. We have our wild wheat with espresso. We have the navy. I would love to make this layout with every different color combination of designer paper under the sun. I love the layout of that. There's something about it that it's good. It's good. It's very good. And then we have these two. Awesome. So this was your Regal winter class, the sweet class for December. Today's the 19th of December. They were fun. A little bit more work. What is it? It's not even 8 o'clock though. Look at us go. It's not even 8. So we did all 4 cards, and I don't think we started quite right away. We talked for a bit. They weren't to me, they weren't overly hard, but hopefully I showed you tips and tricks so that they're not overly hard for you as well. You know, there's one thing to be said to look at a PDF tutorial, but there's one thing to watch it. So I know that a lot of people watch to see how to put the cards together, and I think that helps being able to see it and then hear it. And seeing is a big thing. So, and I can show you how that you can make things work even if you have scraps of paper that aren't exactly how you want them to be. And it's always good practice, you guys, to get those stamps cleaned as soon as you're done with them. Otherwise, sometimes what they'll do is they'll fall forward and then you'll get that ink on your cards, and you don't really want that. So it's a little bit sad because I think this is my last live with you guys for the year. For classes. Okay, classes. I have a showcase. Okay, so let me correct that. My last live class with you. I know there's stuff lined up on the docket. Oh, Cindy loves the blue one the best. Yay. The cards are beautiful. They're all beautiful. You can't wait to get your kit. Yay, Gwen. I can't wait for you to get your kit too, Gwen. If you guys see what I do at the end of the month, to beginning of the month, I go into YouTube and I create every video right off the bat. So I'll show you what I mean. So we can always see what's coming up. And I don't know, it's spinny here. Let's just make sure I'm on the right internets here. See my Wi-Fi connection. I'm in the Hive, okay. And let's try that again. Oh, there. Okay, so when you guys, so I'm live now. If you're ever wondering if I'm live, you can always check that to see if I'm live. But when you go to me and you click on lives, I create every class in the beginning of the month, and they're all scheduled ahead. So you can see what's coming up yet this month. We have Kelly's doing the paper pumpkin class on December 30th. Gina's got 3 classes, you guys. She went hot and heavy on the back end of the month. I go hot and heavy on the front end because I am preparing for the winter creative escape like now through the escape. So Gina's got 3 classes for you coming up. She's got her morning create on the 30th. The 28th, she's doing a calendar class, and then she's got her scrapbooking workshop on the 27th. Now, you guys will see that the haunted home is out here. This is all contingent upon Kelly. Kelly's mom, my aunt, my godmother and aunt, is having surgery tomorrow morning. They found cancer in her duct that goes out of her liver, and it's been trials and tribulations these last couple of weeks for the family. And so I was hopeful Kelly would do the haunted house class for you. I have it here because it came back in stock. Yay! I was going to actually have her make it into a Christmassy house instead of a haunted house and make it Christmas-esque. But now that Christmas will probably be over by the time she does this, because I have it, I just keep pushing it out. I'll probably push that class to sometime in January. And I'm going to have Kelly work on doing the kit with you because we never did it a couple months ago because it went out of stock by the time I would have had class. And I didn't like the thought of doing that with it out of stock, or even knowing that it was coming back in. So we're going to push that out, and I'll keep pushing it out until I know Kelly can button down a firm date for it. But if you guys are wondering, like, that stuff is already scheduled and set, and then that's what's coming up, and then the rest of the stuff is then like last night's class. And so I have not scheduled the one for the showcase, okay? So just a reminder, like, that'll be coming. Cindy Bassett, this class was $26 mailed to you. And that was $20 for the class and then $6 for shipping. So it was $26 mailed, or it was free with a $50 order. You guys, those are the pricings for this month yet through the end of the year. Pricing is changing going into January. When Stampin' Up! Increased all their prices, May or April of last year when they changed the catalog, we never changed anything. I don't like changing things in the middle of the year. And so I like to do things fresh with the new year. So January 1st, there are different prices for classes, and then the order amounts changed. And so you guys can check my information on my paperwork like this. You can see pricing on here, right? The other thing is I have an overview document, and that also, if you go to my website, cardsbychrisb.com, I save it as a favorite on my home screen so I can go to it really quickly under resources. There's my offering document, you guys. That has the pricing on it. So you can pull this up and you can see everything that's out here. When it has a little hive like that, it's offered free with a purchase, and otherwise it has the cost and the amount to order. And then the other document, this document, if anybody's looking for it, the updated one for 2025 is out here. It's the schedule. So when you click on the schedule, that document comes up and you can open it and it looks like that, right? So that's that document. And then the last document that you could print is the calendar. Amazing. We spent a lot of time and energy putting this calendar together for you guys. And you could print this. It's got all 12 months. And it does not have names of class in terms of like this is the Regal winter, but it has that this is the sweet class. And so we have Rose's classes on here. She's rose colored. I don't know if you're still watching Rose, but we gave you rose color because you're Rose. You're the amazing Rose. My favorite color is purple. Gina is orange. Diana's red. Diana's blue. Kelly's red. And Julie Bierschbach is green. So we're all color coded. And this is your class calendar. So you guys can mark on here when you sign up for a class. You can mark when you paid for a class. You can mark a check mark when you receive the kits. You can mark when you get the PDF tutorial. This is going to be hopefully your helpful, useful resource for tracking anything and everything that you do with me, Cards by Christine, right? So we did this for you and for me so that you guys can stay super or uber organized. So yes. Yeah, so you guys, if anybody wants to send a card to Kelly or to her mom, just let me know. If you're on the team, the I'm going to have Deb Norman. Deb, I don't know if you're watching. I'm going to send you a quick email to have the Sunshine Committee. We're the Sunshine Committee to have you guys send cards to Kelly if you're on my team and her mom. So yeah, so I was just getting to the point though that I think this is my last class for the year. There's other stuff coming up, so you won't see me much. I'm going to keep working on stuff, but you might not see me. I think what I'll do for next Thursday, because next Thursday is the 26th, I'll schedule, if I can remember to do it, I'll schedule something to post at 6 o'clock on Facebook so that it will maybe trigger a video that I've done in the past where I have kits left over, so that if people watch it again and they're new to me, they might be like, oh, I want to get those cards. So that's what I'll probably work on for next week. Yeah, so you guys, yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year to all of you. I hope you guys enjoy the next couple weeks. I know that it's a very, very busy time of year for everybody, not just me, not just you, it's everybody. There's a lot of traveling, there's a lot of family time, there's a lot of wrapping presents, there's trimming the tree, there's shoveling snow. You guys, we got about 3 inches of snow today. So I know that the first thing, actually, what I need to do when I end the camera videoing is, like, maybe not the first thing. The first thing is usually go to the bathroom and go pee, right? But after that, I need to bundle up and go outside. And I'm hopeful Tyler will be here and we're going to shovel snow and get the sidewalks cleared and get the driveway cleared. And I'm a corner lot, so there's a lot to do. And so, yeah, that's probably first on my docket. Oh, Deb, thank you so much. If you can think of it without me sending you an email, just to send a note to the team about Kelly and Karen, cards for them. And you could do them both, like Kelly Beagle and Karen Beagle. Because Karen for the surgery, but Kelly just to hang in there. You guys, she's all over the place, like, you know, and that's just how it is. There's just a lot of thoughts going on, right? So they both could. Yes, okay, send me an email and I will, or a note, and I'll send you both their addresses. Yeah, for anybody, yes, just send me a message, and as soon as I can, a copy paste to everybody their addresses. But yeah, you guys, there's a lot going on this time of year. Just be safe. You know, there's a lot of crazies on the road, so you trust your driving, but be careful because not everybody else is watching for you. And so make sure you're being safe on the roads. And don't eat too, I guess my advice is don't eat too much candy, or if you do, enjoy it, right? Whatever you want. So my mom and dad, we used to always make candy on the Thanksgiving, or the day after Thanksgiving, all the years growing up. That's what my grandparents did with my mom growing up, and then my mom continued it, and through the years now, we don't make much candy because all we do is sit there and eat it, and then the pants are tight, tighter and tighter, and then they don't feel so good. And Annette Rollin was over today, and we were talking about it. It's like, gosh, it doesn't feel good when the pants are tighter, right? So then it's like just being cognizant of moderation, right? So yeah, but eat whatever you want, you guys. I'm not gonna tell you what to eat or not eat, but just feel good about it, right? So it's that one time of the year where my Aunt Marge makes rosettes, and they're those little deep fried donut things that are in the shape of snowflakes, and then they're dipped in a sugar, and they're just so good, right? So, you know, it's like you can only get them one time a year. You might as well eat them. But yeah, don't forget to give the cards away. See, I jibber-jabbered long enough for Randy to remind me. See, you guys, it's a teamwork makes the dream work. I appreciate it. Do you have a drawing? I do, and you guys, there's 17 people. I'm here saying goodbye. See, this is why we say goodbye for a long time. So there's 17 people, I believe, that placed orders. I already put numbers next to everybody. 18, and I know I like it. 18 people placed orders to get this class for free. So the reason I do a drawing for those that place orders is because those people who place orders use a host code. If they don't, I ask them to call Stampin' Up! And add the host code. Or if I'm calling Stampin' Up! For something already, I'll have Stampin' Up! Add the host code. Having the host code on is what gets you the class for free. If you don't have the host code on, we get the host code on. And so what happens is I use the Stampin' Rewards to offset the cost of materials for the class and also to give away prizes. And so here we go. We're going to do random number generator for 18 people. So I'm going to type an 8 in there, and I'm going to hit generate and see who wins the door prize. Goes to number 14. I had a pencil. I did. Oh, here it is. So, it's an orange one. Oh, Gina probably will steal this from me if she knows it's here. Gina's favorite colors. Connie Moore, 14. All right, Connie, you will have a door prize in hopefully the plan is the January package. All right, we had here, let's just stamp And Rose loves the melon mambo. Yay! Good. You got rose colored just because you're Rose. I love it. So let's just stand. This is hard to read, but this is Let's Just Stamp Hooray for Surprises. It was February of 2024. And if you comment during YouTube, we randomly select names to win cards. And you guys, that's what I do with all the class cards. They end up going away to winners. And so this one goes to, you guys can go back and watch this video. I know I don't have any kits left for this class, but Barb Smith, yay Barbara, you win this one. I have your address. This one goes to, looks like this. I love it. Vonda, Saya, yay Vonda. I know where you live, not really, but I have your address. And this last one, again, using those little iridescent pearls, looks like this. You're the best. Goes to Laura Sullivan, Ohio, Ohio, Ohio. You are not watching, though. I did not see you on tonight, so I'm sure you had stuff going on, but I have all of your addresses, lovely ladies. I know where to mail these cards to, so very happy for that. And eventually, these cards will be won by 4 lovely people as well. All right. So, are we good to go now, everybody? You're very welcome. Here, I can't wait to give you your prize, Connie. All right. Now, can I officially say that I think we're good to go? You guys, hot mess today. I usually come in hot. And I got my Mario on. Kelly was really jelly of my Mario shirt, you guys. I do like my Mario. If you know that and you hear my phone ringing or you hear my ringtone, it's definitely Mario inspired. So, if I forgot anything, I'll definitely reach out to you. For those that are attending this class with me, just know that as soon as I have that PDF from Jolene and it's proofread, I will be emailing it to you. I will be also adding it to the Inspiration Hive. And Rose, you'll get your copy as soon as I have it ready too. And oh, thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you as well, and to your hubby and your family. I love it. Yeah, you guys, stay safe and have a great holiday season. The next class I have live with you, I believe, is January 3rd. It's that Friday after New Year's, and it could even be the 2nd. That's when I'll be live with you. It is January 3rd. We have the Otters class, and that's when I'll see you guys next for that. But I will see you probably Saturday for the showcase for January. So Rose, I don't know where you're at. Hi, Suzanne said, yeah, Merry Christmas to you too. Rose, I don't know where you're at with your January Technique Club cards, but if there is a chance that you have them ready by Saturday morning, send me pictures because I'll include them in my showcase and I'll show everybody that's watching your cards for class. So, and if I don't have them, you guys, they will be included in a cover photo when I email about the class and create the Facebook event. So, yay! Congratulations to our winner chicken dinners, you guys. Lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to you. We'll see you on Saturday, most likely. Love ya. Bye. Sound is going off now. Bye.